You're a visionary. And as a visionary, you are envisioning, you are building something that only you can see, something that hasn't been built before and surely hasn't been built in the way only you can build it. Only you can do it. If you are building your own thing and you're doing it your own way and you are forging your own rules, I am so lit up by watching people that step into their calling with this bravery, with this courage, with this conviction, even when you're the only one who's believing and who is actually seeing the thing you're building. And this is the thing I want you to know. It's important that two things. One, if you are seeking support, if you are looking for a mirror, not necessarily advice, but for someone to hold space for you because the road is challenging, reach out to someone who has done the thing you're doing, who's done the same thing, not the same thing, but who's taken the leap. Who's, if you're choosing an unconventional, if you're building an unconventional life to and following your own pace, your own standards, reach out and trust as mirrors people who have made choices driven by your same values, following a calling that echoes, that resonates with the one you are following, not someone who's been doing something opposite or completely different, because they will inevitably, because we're humans, we project our own fears onto others. And you don't need more people that will never make the decisions, will never have the courage to do what you're doing, to project and add more fear, more indecision, more doubt onto your plate. You don't need that. So, one boundary, one rule I want you to make for your own good, for the success of your enterprise, of the thing you are creating. And in order to become the person you feel called to become, to clear out the noise. There are people that you're not meant to be listening to. Even if they love you, they might project fears, criticism, or judgments, even if it's coming from a place of caring, that will actually hurt you, will actually maybe not hurt you, but hurt your process, your growth, and stunt your growth and add just more to your plate that you don't need at that point. So seek out to be in the company, surround yourself with people who are already 10 steps ahead, not to compare yourself, not to make yourself feel behind, but because they've already done the hard thing you're in the process of doing. So that's number one. Number two, we're getting there. You know that sometimes I lose my train of thought, especially because, as you know, my videos are not scripted, you guys. It's just a process here. We are rolling. Number two is, so tune out the noise and seek. I guess I actually shared them in one point, because one was clear out the noise, meaning don't listen to people that haven't done the thing that you're doing, because there's no point. There's no point. There's nothing they can add. Or maybe there is, if they're really open and visionary, but they're not been in your place. They haven't worn your shoes. They haven't walked in your shoes. So it's harder for them to empathize, to understand, and to see what you're seeing that isn't tangible yet. And this isn't like, this doesn't mean delete, cancel out those people from your life, but just be very selective with what you're allowing into your space, your mental space, your emotional space, your energetic space, your environment. You need to tend. What you're building is tender, especially if it's in those early stages, but it's a lifelong journey. You need to protect it. You need to care for it. You need to let in only the nutrients it needs and it deserves. The sunlight, the water, fertilizer. So go get those nutrients in the places, in the best possible places. And I remember early on in my journey as I was transitioning from corporate into going all in on my business, and I shared about this as I actually wanted the process to feel a little bit softer. But what happened is that the year of COVID, I got laid off. I was laid off from my job. And as I was doing that, in the first few years, I invested tens of thousands of dollars into mentors, to be in spaces where I was surrounded by people who were doing what I was envisioning myself doing 5, 10 years along the way. And that will exponentially propel your growth and propel you toward that future. You will sort of collapse timelines because you will hear things, you will absorb things inevitably. As they say, we are the sum of the five closest people we have around in terms of beliefs, in terms of, because inevitably we absorb from each other. So if we're gonna be absorbing from each other, maybe let's surround ourselves with people who have stronger self-belief, stronger self-concept, who have more experience, more wisdom in the very thing we're moving our first few steps in. All right. So I guess, yeah, you guys, I shared that in one go. It was tune out the noise and invest. Invest in your own growth in every possible way you can. And that doesn't mean just keep consuming information, but put yourself in the right rooms where you can feel you're growing together and you have the privilege of being in the same space of learning from someone who's done the thing. That's been my North Star. Since I was little, I had always had this search. I was always seeking to be around people that were older than me. I guess because I've always felt an old soul, wiser than my years. I don't know. That's just saying that myself, but that's the feedback I got since I was little. I always wanted to be surrounded by people that were older. I was curious about their stories. I was fascinated by their experiences. I've always felt fascinated, obsessed, passionate about experiences. I wanted to be, since I was little, this is the kind of lifelong student I've always been, and I want to keep, I am. This is who I am. I want to become, there are people who collect bags, people who collect, collectibles, ancient, I don't know, coins, things like that. I'm here to collect experiences. I want a life that is rich with experiences. And as you know, I don't label experiences anymore as bad or good because experiences is how we grow. I want to, of course, I'd rather have a pleasant experience than a challenging one. But I know that life is a mix. And I'm here for all of it because I know that through all the experiences, and I've been fortunate enough to have had such rich, varied experiences in my life, also because I was seeking out those kind of experiences. I feel more alive. I feel more, I have more to share. I feel I can resonate with a bunch of different people that come from different walks of life. I feel I have built capacity. I feel, and there's still so much for me to learn. No way I've arrived anywhere. I will keep experiencing, I will keep learning, I will keep growing, but this is my North Star. Always a desire to expand. And in order to expand, sometimes that means revisiting who's around you, what is around you. You know, even your physical space, the objects, the books, the texts, the words, how many things occupy space in your environment. It's a bunch of different things. Everything that is taking up space in your life, in your day, in your schedule, in your body, what you're eating, what kind of exercise you're doing, how much you're hydrating yourself, what you're taking in every day, every hour, every minute, even your inner commentary, that all counts. That is all shaping you moment by moment. So choose wisely. Choose wisely, choose for yourself, choose for your future. Being a visionary comes with this responsibility. Set non-negotiable boundaries and rules to make your process, to support your process. I was going to say to make it easier. Yes, it will make it smoother, but you will feel much more supported if you have those experienced people, those mentors, those teachers, a supporting space, supportive people around you, supporting conversations that nurture your mind. If you make your vase, if you in the terrain, what's the word? I'm not even a gardener. I'm trying to describe a metaphor I had zero experience in. You know, when you get a vase and you want to grow a plant, and you kind of put fertilizer, water, sunlight, proper everything proper for the plant to grow. So pay attention to the dimension of the vase. Is the vase the right size? Do you need a bigger vase? And also, what kind of what's is it terrain? What is it? Guys, I don't even know that in my mother language. What's the word? Let's see. I guess it's ground, maybe, that you put inside the vase, but you got it. I feel like I need to add a visual aid to this video to help understand what I'm trying to explain, but you got the idea, you got the concept. Choose how you're nurturing yourself and choose wisely. Thank you so much for watching. And if you don't know, my name is Marina. I'm here to remind you every day to hmm, to go after what you actually want, that the life you desire, that the life you want, that the life that's calling you, and the thing you can see that you're building or you want to start building, or the leap that you want to take is just one leap of courage away. And I hope you take it. If you need support, check the link in the description box. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a gorgeous evening, afternoon, morning, day ahead. It's dirt, it's soil. Oh, there you go. Maybe it was soil, hummus. Probably wasn't the rain, but you guys get it. Mm. What a journey.